Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing great. Let's see what to expect when choosing a distro like CachyOS. Before we start, a quick disclaimer: I'm reviewing the distro itself and the experience it provides, not Linux as a whole. If you are completely new to Linux, expect a learning curve no matter which distro you choose. In my experience, it takes about a month before Linux starts feeling natural. Now let's get started. Cachy is a distro based on Arch which focuses on performance and optimization for different tasks, including gaming. Many reviews talk about Cachy as the go-to distribution for gaming on Arch-based systems. The official Arch package manager is Pacman, but there is also Yay, which can install software from both the official Arch repository and the AUR, meaning Arch User Repository. Think of Pacman as buying genuine OEM parts directly from the manufacturer, and Yay as shopping at a large retailer that has both OEM parts and third-party aftermarket parts. CachyOS uses a rolling release model. Instead of waiting for major operating system upgrades every few months, packages are updated continuously as new versions become available. The advantage is that you always have the latest software. The downside is that newer packages occasionally introduce bugs. It has a GUI installer, which most distros have, but you can still find some niche ones or pure Arch. During the installation, you can choose from several desktop environments including KDE, GNOME, Cinnamon, and others. It also offers more advanced options like Hyprland and Neri for users who prefer tiling window managers. The media codecs required for video playback, recording, and gaming get installed automatically. The user doesn't have to do anything. Cachy comes with two package manager applications pre-installed: the official Cachy package manager and Shelly, which is an Arch package manager app. Out of the two, Shelly is the better version in my opinion. It's more intuitive to use and also supports installing AUR and Flatpak packages, each having its own tab that is easy to navigate. You can also update directly from Shelly, which makes the CachyOS package manager app and the updater app pretty useless. In the 30 days of daily driving, I only used them in the beginning when I was figuring out what app does what. It doesn't have an application for easy mounting extra storage drives. To automatically mount my extra SSD, I had to use a terminal command and modify a system file. As for the default application selection, it's not great. Out of the box, the system comes quite bare-boned, and for some reason it has 2 or 3 apps that do the same thing, aside from the Cachy package manager and Shelly situation. There are a few developer tools pre-installed and no gaming packages that are usually needed for a better experience. Over the 30 days that I tracked the system, there were updates every day and usually in quite large numbers. At least 10 packages that needed updates for about half of the time. Updating the official Arch packages takes less than a minute, but even so it was not ideal for my experience to do it every day. For AUR packages, updating takes considerably longer. In those 30 days I rebooted the system 9 times after updates, but I think I should have done it more times. I noticed about halfway through the daily driving period that Shelly has a poor placement of the reboot recommended text. It's not showing at the end of the update info log. But aside from that, there is also a reboot required text which is placed properly. I didn't encounter any crashes, broken updates or major issues though. As for memory usage, a fresh installation idles at around 2.3 GB of RAM. My current setup uses about 4.9, but roughly 2 GB of that comes from Discord and Steam, plus some other things like my Neri desktop setup, 3 monitors with live wallpapers and an audio equalizer running in the background. Let's move to the pre-installed apps. Out of the box, with KDE as the environment, it comes with 2 terminals, Alacrity and Console. Arc is for archive files. You have Avahi, or however you say it, which from my understanding makes it easy to discover and connect to devices that are on the same local network. Btop, which shows PC resource usage in the terminal, but you can also run the command from the terminal, so I don't know why it's an app. ButterFS Assistant, a ButterFS file system manager that also creates restore points. Dolphin, which is a file manager and explorer that comes with KDE. Firelight for analyzing disk usage. Firefox browser, everyone knows it. For media, you got Gwenview for images, Haruna and MPV for video playing. This is a bit weird because MPV is also the base for Haruna. You have hardware locality which shows hardware topology. I don't know why you want that. Info Center, which offers detailed information about the system. For text editors you have Kate and Kwrite. Meld is for comparing files and directories. There are some dev tools for the Qt framework, no idea why it's pre-installed. CachyOS GUI Manager, which lets you change on the go CPU schedulers to set different performance modes basically that are focused on gaming, rendering tasks and others. Spectacle, which is a screenshot tool. System Monitor, which is similar to Task Manager from Windows, and two terminal-based text editor, Vim and Micro. Cachy doesn't come with a dedicated music player installed. You can play MP3 files with Haruna or MPV, but it doesn't have the music player interface that lets you easily make playlists. Personally, I use Elisa. I had to install Steam and other gaming-related packages like Proton Plus, Proton Tricks, Game Mode, Gamescope, Mango Hut and Mango Juice. Nothing worth noting regarding the gaming experience after the setup. I played Steam games, didn't run into any issues. The initial setup period took longer than it should in my opinion, because as I said, the fresh installation comes quite bare-boned for a regular user. Not sure if I could recommend it for a Linux beginner, because I felt like I had an advantage knowing how Linux works and what I need to do. That being said, I do consider this to be an amazing Arch-based distribution that does help the user more than Arch usually does, and once I had it set up there were no issues with very minimal terminal usage thanks to Shell. One final thing to keep in mind is that Cachy is fairly moderate in resource usage. It runs great on modern hardware, but I wouldn't recommend it for older and lower end systems. That's about it. I hope I gave you a pretty good idea of what CachyOS offers out of the box and whether it fits your needs. Thanks for watching.